so we're gonna do something a little new today because, as you know, almost all the articles are about Coveed. And you're probably sick of it.
What the hell is that?
We thought we'd take our minds off of that and do a little bit of a game.
Yeah.
So JK, as you may or may not know if you've been tuning in for a while, is pretty much known for their tangents. We start with a news article, but then we always end up on doing all these random tangents.
As quickly as possible.
We just did a listicle where we never hit the list.
Yeah, we did not even read the
Not
first
even
one.
the first one.
What do you think of that shit?
On brand.
So I thought, why not do a video where it's just tangents? Like we just go out on tangents. So how this will work is...
How do we do that without Joe?
We'll start with the word true.
You just scream ass licking or something.
Yeah.
I like to jack off.
I seen that part now. Tell me the detail.
We'll start with a word, and then one person will start, and they'll start telling a story that reminds them of that tiki-talking of that word. And then if at any point you get reminded of a story in your life, like a personal story, you go, that reminds me of this time that I did blah, blah, blah.
For example.
For example, give me a word.
Tennis.
Tennis? Okay, I heard tennis. Tennis reminds me of this one time when I was a kid and my friend from junior high invited me to their fancy like court, what is it called? The like clubhouse type of tennis.
Country
Club, yeah. But you had to have a collared shirt if you were gonna play tennis there. And my broke ass did not have any collared shirts and it was really embarrassing. Like I didn't know that people our age even had collared shirts.
Right.
I was 12 years old. And so I had to borrow her shirt, but she was like way tinier than me.
No.
And it was very uncomfortable. I felt super out of my element and judged. Okay, and then so at any point in this story, if you get reminded of something from your own life, maybe it's
Hey,
time.
that collared shirts reminds me of when I used to go to this store called Express. And I liked this one shirt, the way that it looked on me so much. It was this black polo shirt. I liked it so much that I bought like 3 of them. But they're $50 each. But I was like, this will last me like a couple years.
A couple years.
They're good quality shirts.
You a cartoon character?
No, because I thought that because if you're at a store and you spend more money on something, it means you're getting better quality, so you can wash it more and all this shit. But what I didn't know is that I was gonna shrink those shirts in like fucking 3 days. And so I fucked the shirts up like in no time, and basically I was back to just having one.
You didn't dry clean?
I didn't even think of it. I didn't even think of dry cleaning back
So
then.
when you say Express, it makes me think of dress shirts. And ever since I started wearing dress shirts, one thing that I really liked about them is that you know how there's that plastic thing?
Yeah.
To really fold the collar down.
You kept it in.
So I have a whole Ziploc bag like collection of them because I realized all dress shirts, their like collars are actually different lengths.
Right.
So sometimes when you take them out from the dry cleaners, like if you don't take them out, they'll just throw them away, and you get it back without them in it, and you're like, what the hell? I need these.
So you have like a little hoard of...
So I have a whole collection to make sure that they fit the perfect ones.
Oh my god, when you're talking about collections, it kind of reminds me of the fact that since I was a child, for some odd reason, it was ingrained in me that whenever you get an extra button in any piece of clothing, I have to save it.
Right.
I just have to save it.
Because you might need it later.
You might need it.
I do that too.
And you know what? I have a whole Tupperware, and this piece of Tupperware was my mom's Tupperware. So this Tupperware is from like the 80s.
Is it yellow?
Hella old.
Vintage.
No, it's actually really good condition. Like she got some really.
She got some good shit.
Some solid
She got some
Tupperware.
good
She got
shit.
some QVC like shit.
Great Tupperware.
Yeah.
And so till this day, and then it stressed me out so much because finally, the moment I needed a button for this one shirt. It was this brand new shirt. I don't know what happened, but it popped out and I saved that button, or I thought I saved the button. And I had never once worn it in public because immediately when I got this shirt, it just, like the button fell off and that button was critical or else my titties were gonna come out. And I couldn't find that button. I was so upset because I'm like, I've been saving buttons for years.
That button was the Death Star flaw.
It was.
So did you throw out all the
The whole
other buttons?
system comes apart.
All of it.
What if you take the button from like over here?
No, so it was a particular button. It had like designs on it, and it was a really wild shirt.
The button that got away.
Yeah, it was the
Are
button
you
that
sure
got
that you
away.
put the button in the Tupperware container?
Well, I guess I didn't because I couldn't find it.
Have you thought about Velcro?
Till this day, I still save my buttons.
Have you thought about double-sided tape?
No, because I'm telling you, the button was so decorative that I did consider replacing the buttons and for all the other buttons, but I needed 4 of the same button, which I didn't have.
Tiff, with all due respect, have you heard of 3D printing?
Oh, Steven, I have, but with all due respect, I'm not as rich as you. I don't.
Wait, with all the Tiff, just to pick up on that, and that reminds me of being a fucking bitch. Reminds me of.
Go ahead.
It reminds me of my mother. And I don't like her either.
Oh, very accurate. I'm not offended at all. Your mother's a lovely woman.
That was my story.
Your mother's a lovely woman.
That reminds me of the first time that I went to meet your parents, and it was the very, very first time ever. And I had this weird thing about me that I don't have anymore.
No, you don't.
And I don't know what caused it, but I guess it was morning
What
rituals.
caused it to go away, or what?
What caused it to be and what caused it to go away,
Yeah.
I don't know. But I used to have a certain time limit from the time I woke up to the time I had a cup of coffee, where if I didn't get a cup of coffee within 2 hours of waking up, I would just start crying. And like it was not controllable. Like,
When did
like
this
tears
start?
would just come out of my face. It started, I guess, in high school.
Because I'm like, when you were a child.
No, I started drinking coffee when I was 14, and then like after a few years of drinking it every day, I think I got addicted to it, but it became a time limit where like at a certain point, I just would start crying, like not sad. I wasn't sad or logical. It would just start, tears would just start coming out. And the first time I met his parents, they really lag when they say they're gonna go somewhere. And so they had us wake up super early to go see this movie, but then...
See a movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
My dad has to get the fucking deal.
Oh, that's where you get it from.
I love deals.
So the movie
But my
started-
old man loves to get the matinee deal. He's like, I got the matinee.
How early? Like,
No,
It's
it was
like
9
10
a.m.
Yeah.
It was 9 a.m.
Well, it was 9 a.m. to get there, but 10 a.m. is when the movie starts.
I don't know about that.
Typically,
I
it's
thought we had to
Get
get
there
there,
at
but
9 a.m.
but
for 10 a.m.
Anyway, I got
Yeah,
up
my dad's
early, and like it was more than 2 hours, and I just started crying around them.
Oh.
And I was like trying to explain. I was
the
trying to
first
hide
time.
it, and then I was trying to explain. I
You're
just
trying
had
to
to
hide it, so it
laugh
made it worse.
first time you met his parents?
Yeah.
That's the first impression.
time?
It was
But
also
luckily-
Father's Day weekend.
Yes, but luckily his mom cries a lot.
All the day, every day.
So
that was probably like, oh,
It's the most normal shit that ever happened to my family.
cute.
I'm so sorry. It's not. I'm sorry.
And they're
It's
like,
not
wait, a
you."
woman crying in her house? Okay. Yeah, it's not crazy at all.
So move on.
You saying how his parents move really slow remind me of how my parents are starting to move slower and slower too. It's like, yeah, it's just like they don't.
Oh, you
really...
mean like physically move, not lagging?
Oh, no, they lag. My family can move fast, but they lag.
I think both. Well, and you know what though? My dad moves really fast still. I think he's still got like a
lot of mobility?
The mobility, but my mom, like, I see her, she's starting to slow down a lot. She walks down the stairs really, really slow, and kind of like, oh, okay. Every year, every time I see them, it's just like lots of change. It's kind of sad. I don't know.
You just like thinking about your own mortality.
Yeah, it does. It kind of reminds you. I don't know. Like, and it also kind of softens you up a little bit when you see your own parents kind of go through the changes.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And it kind of makes you kind of go into the state
Get
of
a little
like.
I
compassionate.
did read
Yeah.
something online about like that's like the most painful thing as a child is
Yeah.
seeing your parents get older.
Yeah.
Kind of like watching your heroes like change, you know, or like not become like the crazy like superheroes that you like imagine them to be all the time.
It makes you
Speaking
less of a
of,
douche. I feel like it makes you less of a douche. Like I think it made me less of a douche. Like I kind of appreciate them more. I
Right,
feel like I
right.
talk to them more now.
When were you a douche?
I was a.
I'll call Bart Kwan a douche any day of the week. You being a douche, that's hard. That's
I
hard.
guess I know what he means because he wouldn't call his parents back for a long time, like those kind of things.
Yeah, I'm just like shitty son.
Douche to your son. Douche to your parents.
Yeah.
Speaking of parents, fun stories about our parents is my dad has a story about his watching like your parents get older. It's like watching my grandfather
Grandpa?
get older. But the funniest story that I remember from those particular stories is that my grandfather loves going to Vegas, right? I wonder where I get it from, but
Good guy. Like Mario.
so he would go to Vegas, but he's getting older and more senile, and so then he would forget like where he puts the cash out vouchers or whatever. So then he like puts them in his back pocket and just shuffling down the casino floor. And then my dad's like, yeah, just be like walking behind him, like picking up the money that he'd be dropping out of his
my
pants. It's like,
God.
I've probably saved your grandfather about like $3,000 so far.
No
Just like picking up
way.
stuff behind him.
Get
Yeah.
him a man purse, a purse.
Immerse.
No, he's not fucking gonna do any of that shit. He was like a man, kind of like us.
Wow.
I got a wallet. I got wallet in pockets. Why do I need any of that kind of shit? Like,
Speaking of Vegas, that reminds me of Nikki's grandma, man. We like going to Vegas with her because
My Filipino grandma.
Her Filipino grandma. She sits there there at the penny slots, and she doesn't move for like 5 hours.
But it's a specific slot, and she gets very cranky if it's not that.
It has
specific.
to be that slot.
But it's the Buffalo.
It's Buffalo Gold.
Wait, that slot at that casino?
Yeah.
It's like that machine.
Oh shit.
That's her machine.
It's her
machine.
So then when she's betting, right, she touches the ones that she wants to happen.
Oh yeah, she has a ritual.
She has a ritual.
That's awesome.
And so you watch her slapping the screen.
Yeah.
And
she goes
nowadays with Corona, like
Coveed.
she really shouldn't be doing this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
So hopefully she won't. But if we saw Vegas,
Does she wash her hands? Does she disinfect it? Maybe then she can.
We'll see.
That would wash the magic away.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
But
But I love how old people have these things. Like I know that like there are certain older guys when we play craps.
Yeah.
And there's certain guys who are like, yo, you gotta blow on these dice. Like it's not even a guy or girl
I
thing.
don't trust anyone that doesn't have a rituals with craps.
I love the
unless
rituals.
they're newbies.
Like Beachoy has his dice ritual.
Yeah.
And I started doing that after Beachoy. I saw Beachoy do it, and I've had some killer rolls since then. So I think that having a ritual is there's something sexy and cool, and like it's almost purposeful about it, or like almost like The Secret, where you're like, I had the intention of killing it for this table, and because I'm taking it more seriously, maybe it is working for some reason.
Puts all your energy into that.
Yeah, it's just about positive vibes that seems to work pretty well sometimes.
You bringing up The Secret, it reminds me, and also gambling, it reminds me of a time when, it's many times, every time I want to win something, like if there's like a raffle happening or like some sort of contest or in gambling, like even with craps, every time I want it really, really, really badly, I don't get it.
Yeah.
But then every time that I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not even gonna get it this time. And then it's like a perfect roll, and I'm like, what the fuck? How do I do this all the time? How do I not care?
I feel like I need to be drunk before gambling because of that reason. Like it makes me not care.
There's like a superstition to it too. So you're just like, well, obviously I have to drink now or else I'm gonna lose money. Like, let me pay $50 for these drinks.
I only lose when I'm sober.
Yeah, there's a correlation. Meanwhile, you look at your balance, you're just like, no, this is.
Go to CVS, get some shots. Vegas hack.
Speaking of correlation, okay, I'm gonna take it down to I'm gonna take it to serious mode real quick.
Oh shit.
I've been wanting to get serious all day.
Get serious.
I miss you guys. It's been a very serious time in the world, and I think it's times like this where we feel like we could lose everybody that we love. That we should say some nice things to each other. And I really do mean this. It sounds like I'm preparing for a bit. I know that, but it's not really that.
We'll see, Steve. We'll see.
He's doing his troll smart.
I'm not doing that. I'm not. But I'm putting myself there mentally as you guys judge me, but I'm not really there.
I think Steve's being sincere.
Genuinely, I'm so proud of you guys. I love you guys. You guys fucking made it work in a way that I don't think any of us thought that you guys would.
I always believed in you
We were
guys.
heading towards divorce.
No, but really,
I always believed in you guys.
there was a day Tiff came and stayed with us. I thought you guys were near the ropes, right? Like I really did. I told you guys that. I'm so proud of you guys for coming to the other side. I'm so happy for you guys. Really, genuinely, I am.
Stop,
Bart,
you're gonna make me
Kwan,
cry.
you're a great man. I love you like a brother. You're a better person than I think people realize. They see you as a meathead, fuckhead, dumb fuck. There it was. We got it. We got the punchline. I was waiting for it. You are the mushiest fucking guy. You and Gio, man. You both are such
This
mushy
guy sends
people.
us all love notes.
Right. Bart is the mushiest.
He'll do it robotically. He's like, okay, Monday is for Nikki. Tuesday is for Tiff. But he still does it, and he means it.
He means it. That's the thing about Bart. Ryan, I couldn't know a fucking doper, cooler dude than you. I really couldn't, man. Like you are a fucking like cool cat. I really think that.
I appreciate that you came into this company and got us all to drink. Because for the longest goddamn time, I only had Kyle to drink with, and Kyle's not here all the
Ryan's been wanting
time.
to drink for a minute.
There's a bar now.
There's a bar.
Yeah.
Nikki, you know how I feel about you. You're the,
No, I don't.
You're the smartest person in the world.
I don't.
It's the
I
first
love you
time.
more than anything.
Aww.
I just love you guys.
love you too, man.
It's serious times,
Yeah,
man.
I
It's
love you
serious
too,
times,
man.
and I just want everyone to know that on the
You think
record.
this is the last time, but you're seeing a group of people together and
I do.
physically right now?
I do.
He's been going crazy at
He's
home.
serious.
No, I am. I
know.
I mean, no, I just think it's important because sometimes we get so mired in the bits, right?
Yeah.
That we're all trying to one up each other, do a bunch of comedy with each other, which I love too about this place. But
He was really so excited to come here. He was like, could not fucking wait. Yeah.
Well, we all take it for granted, right? That we even get to come here. Like we all take it for granted, or that we even get to do YouTube.
You get
or
to
like,
see
This is our job to come here and do this.
and like we get
Hang
so
out with our
fucking
friends.
fun.
hang out with our friends, do our podcast with all you guys, and all this stuff that we get to do. I'm just so thankful because we could be at the end. We really could be. Like this could be it. Like for all I know, and I'm not talking about life. I'm not talking about life per se, but the way that the economy could shift, all this
Life as
stuff.
we know
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I just appreciate this time and this place and these people and
This
that
moment,
I just
this
think it's
era.
important to say it sometimes and I hope that a lot of you do too. I hope a lot of you out there do too, to your people too, because it matters.
So subscribe.
Yeah, please, and also
Bitches.
donate on Patreon. It helps a lot. Thank you.